Hi everybody, welcome to the Soul Song. This is Nina and welcome to your pick a card reading for the week. This is going to show us what's the energy that is playing out for you for the next 7 to 10 days, what you can expect. If you're new here, welcome to my channel and I hope you enjoy the reading and consider subscribing. If you're returning, welcome back and thank you so much for your continued support and for trusting me with your messages. Okay, and I also want to wish all of you happy holidays and a very Merry Christmas to those of you who celebrate. And I know it can be quite a difficult time for many of us, so to those who do find these times quite challenging, I hope you find peace and healing and harmony in whatever way is possible for you at this time. So without further ado, I'm going to start with the reading. We have 3 groups in front of us, as you can see. See which pile is calling out to you, and if you need more time, pause the video here and I'll see you in your timestamps. Hi group 1, for those of you who've chosen this flower here, I'm hearing for you silver lining, okay, finding the silver lining. There is perhaps a situation in which you have almost, I would say, you've been, witnessing dark clouds and not finding hope. And now I feel like you're beginning to see the silver lining in the situation, hope again, okay? That's what I'm feeling here for you. Let's see what your Lenormand cards suggest. We have the Bear, Strength, you've got Child and Lily. This is nice, especially if you are self-employed or you're starting a new business. It looks really promising, okay? This could be something that you're going to do for the long haul, for the long term. For others of you, this is connected again to finding that spark again, okay? With the Child, it's like a new beginning, and you're beginning to, there's healing taking place and you're beginning to see harmony again, okay? And peace again. Perhaps also with somebody, okay? Maybe you've had a tainted kind of a relationship, some challenges with an authority figure or a mom or a dad for many of you. And there is healing taking place. There's a new beginning taking place in that relationship for you. For those of you who are self-employed, you have your own business, or maybe you've also had, some difficulties with your boss, for instance. This could be where there's a new beginning. There's a hope, a renewal of hope, okay, in your situation. And if it's a new business you're starting, like I said, it looks quite promising, okay? This is like a green signal. Alright, let's start with your tarot cards. So speaking of business, we have the Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Sun. How beautiful is this energy? So let me just tune in to your messages. Yeah, it feels to me like you're rising above some murky emotions that you've been in, and you're starting afresh. You're starting from a clean slate, okay? You've got 2 court cards here, so this could definitely have something to do with people, okay? Specifically, could be an Aries, Leo, Sag that you're dealing with. We also have Leo here with the Sun. For many of you, this is a relationship that is at, I want to say at stake, okay? But there's a renewal taking place. You're getting closer to each other. There's harmony. There's an expression of love, perhaps even a token. I'm also being shown somebody being generous, kind, maybe even giving a gift to another person, okay, as a token of appreciation. And with the Sun there again, this is like a new beginning, okay? This is looking really good for you if you are especially self-employed, you have your own business, or you're starting a new business which is something related to what you find creative satisfaction in. Your self-expression is very much attuned to what you're doing in terms of work, then you're going to find a lot of success. And this is a big green light, a big yes, okay? So if you've been wondering about, should I do this or should I go ahead with this, this is a huge green signal from the universe. And I'm also hearing you're ready, okay? You're ready. So whatever it is that you have perhaps been holding back on, whether it is your creativity, your passion, your ambition, some goal that you want to achieve, this is a big nudge from the universe to go ahead with it, okay? And I'm also hearing like your higher self is in alignment now with whatever it is that you want to do, so you are on the right path, okay? For those of you where this is a relationship, it doesn't have to be romantic, it could be platonic, it could be a friendship, but there's a lot of harmony here. And it could be an offer coming your way as well, something that brings you a lot of joy is what I'm seeing. It brings you creative satisfaction and it's connected to your soul, okay? So this looks beautiful. Let's see your other cards here. The Singer of Connection, yeah, number 6. So you're definitely in harmony with others. You're going to find support and help if you need any, but you're also, in harmony with the universe in general. But specifically, when it comes to relationships, connections, you're going to find a lot of support. In the next 7 to 10 days, there are people who are going to perhaps come in to help you, to offer you a leg up or a backing, a support in some way. And I'm also getting a sense of protection for those of you where this is, I'm getting like a guardian kind of a feeling from this energy, okay? It feels to me like there's also, yeah, it is your spirit guide especially, but also somebody is coming in to help you out in some way, offer support, offer love. If nothing else, this is emotional support, boosting you, cheering on for you, and giving you also perhaps some guidance if you need any, okay? Got strategy number 21. Nothing will come out of this situation. Void of course, Moon. We've got by the book, number 11. Unfinished Symphony, number 10. Okay, and let's see your last card as well. We've got release. So there is definitely something that you are releasing and you're walking on a new path. You're starting with something new. But this release to me feels very emotional. It feels like, what I was getting in the beginning with the tarot cards, that you're rising above some murky waters that you've been in. You have perhaps, I wouldn't say like been depressed, but mostly I think it's been anxiety, and you've been it's been like an empathic overload kind of a situation that you've been in, very cloudy as well, and you've gone through something quite cathartic, I would say. And now in this next 7 to 10 days, you are completely letting go of certain things, situations that have, created a sense of block within you, an emotional block, and you're releasing those situations. I'm especially getting in terms of relationships. You've had some challenges in the recent past, or maybe even way back for some of you, even in your childhood perhaps, this could have something to do with a parent, and you're releasing some things because it's like you're making peace with whoever they are, okay? Like you can't control them, you can't change them, and so you're making peace with your past, with your connection with that person, and you're ready to release the baggage, the heaviness that you felt as a result of that connection, and certain things not being in your best interest. Okay, maybe somebody's hurt you or been mean, or has not been there for you emotionally, and you're releasing all of that now. Okay, I'm especially getting like anger, a sense of disappointment, a sense of resentment. Okay, there is forgiveness and healing definitely here. Before you start on with this new chapter, you have a number 10 here and 11. So you're making progress, firstly. And secondly, before you start on this new chapter, there is some unfinished business that you have. And that could very well tie into the previous message about that emotional release. Okay. That unfinished business is what you're dealing with in the next 7 to 10 days. Okay. So you're tying up loose ends, you're closing that chapter, you're finding whatever lessons that you needed to find in that, you're making peace with that, and you're letting go, you're releasing. So kudos to you for doing that. It's not easy, I know, but I feel like this has a lot to do with family, with authority figures, especially guardians. Okay, but I also want to say that you're very, very protected at this time by your guardian angels, by your ancestors, by especially passed on loved ones, I'm feeling. Okay, and yeah, there is something that you are definitely, that's in the making. Okay, it's still in the initial stages. Okay, it's nascent, but there is the birth of something new is what I'm feeling here. You've got number 21 there, which boils down to 3. And the sun is also, in a way, a new beginning to me. So I feel like you're getting back on track. You're finding your sense of purpose, motivation, drive again. And you're ready to follow your dreams and follow your heart. Okay. And you're doing this also by being very clear-headed is what I'm hearing. Okay, this time around you're being very clear-headed. You know where you're heading, and you know what you need to especially leave behind, in which you cannot carry on with in this new chapter. Okay, and that I feel has a lot to do with the emotional residue. Okay, let's get some relationship and love oriented messages. Wow, okay. Ask for help. Okay. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. And you are getting support is what I feel here. Okay. But I also want to say, if this is not something entirely new and you're going back to something that you love doing, you're finding your passion again, there's a change in attitude here is what I'm sensing. Okay, and it's like you're going back to the drawing board, you're making adjustments, you're making some changes, okay, to the plan is what I'm getting. Okay, practice compassion, see things from a fresh perspective. Yeah, that's very much like the child energy. Love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. Turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you experienced love. And at the bottom of the deck, focus on love. So there's definitely support here for you, I feel. Okay, and also with that practice compassion, I want to say just go easy on yourself as well. Okay, because you're definitely shutting a door to something from the past, and it can be quite challenging. So you want to be good to yourself, you want to be kind and compassionate to yourself at this time, and open your heart to receiving, accepting support, especially because you do have support is what I'm getting strongly here. those are your messages, group number 1. I hope this helped, and I'm sending you much love and many blessings for the week ahead. Do take care of yourself, and I'll see you again later. Bye-bye. Hi, group 2. For those of you who've chosen this flower here, what I'm getting for you is self-love, okay? Like really discovering yourself, and there are certain aspects of yourself that you found very difficult to accept. All of us, I think, have been through that and even question ourselves, from time to time. Yeah, I'm hearing like, coming full circle when it comes to self-acceptance and self-love. That's what I'm getting very strongly. And you might have been like really harsh towards yourself, but this is when you start to become kinder, to become compassionate towards yourself. Okay, there's a lot of healing taking place is what I'm getting. Okay, and yeah, there's this energy of that Ace of Cups, my cup runneth over. But before that, you're replenishing your soul, you're replenishing yourself. Feeling whole again is kind of what I'm getting here. Okay, let's see your Lenormand cards. We've got Anchor. Oops, okay. We've got the Man and the Woman. Okay, interesting. So this is a relationship definitely here, and it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be platonic, it could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a boss, could be anybody. It could be at work as well, because the anchor could also have to do with your workplace, okay, your day-to-day work. So what I'm sensing here is there's a stability, there's a relationship in your life which is getting anchored now, okay? So maybe there's, I get the feeling like you're gonna feel like this means something to you now, okay? And I know it sounds vague, but to me it feels like when you sort of move over the initial hiccups of a relationship, let's say a romantic partnership, and then you start to settle down with each other once you start to get to know each other better, and then it's like, you start to understand each other at a deeper level. That's the kind of feeling that I'm getting, okay, where things start to really seep into your consciousness, okay, with this person. Let's see your tarot cards. King of Pentacles, so stability twice. Let's see, we've got, wow, King of Swords. And the Princess of Cups. So this definitely has to do with some relationship, okay? I'm getting a strange message that whoever this person is, they kind of remind you of somebody that you knew from the past, okay? And it was somebody that you're very close to. Could be a father figure, could be an elder brother or something like that, okay? Like this person reminds you of that relationship, that person, okay? Is kind of what I'm getting. It's a weird message, I know, but that's what I'm getting here. And you've got three court cards basically here. So definitely has to do with relationships. And if you're not any of these signs, we've got Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, especially Taurus. We've got air energy here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If it's not that, I feel like these are the energies that you're dealing with, and you're also embodying this energy, okay? And another message that I'm getting here is that if this is somebody new that you're, like I said, just getting to know, it's a new connection, or it could be a reconnection. You're adopting also this very practical, logical stance. Even though there's love here, there is this sense of playfulness, naivete, that new fresh love, which is fun and flirty and all of that. It's like, I mean business. Okay, so show me the truth, and you're going to communicate your truths. You're going to be very practical and upfront with this person, I feel. Do you really mean it? Do you really, is this something that is stable? Do you want stability? Do you want a long-term connection? Is this someone who's reliable? Those are the kind of questions that you're going to confront yourself with, and possibly even discuss with this person, is what I'm feeling. Okay, so whether this is, for many of you, this is romantic, okay, but for those of you where this isn't, you're dealing with people in a very pragmatic and upfront, honest, as well as very mature manner. Okay, the kings have of course reached that stage of maturity, that of the court, this of the suit basically. So having been through all the challenges that come with that suit, they have acquired the wisdom of that particular element, and both of these are actually very masculine kind of energies. So even though in terms of elements the earth energy is feminine, it's not masculine, but what I'm sensing here is that whether you're a feminine or a masculine, your approach to this situation is going to be very it's going to be more masculine than feminine. Okay, so it's going to be more, I mean business kind of a thing. Okay, even though there is a lot of love and a lot of feelings involved here, that is kind of, I would say you're putting that slightly aside for the moment and putting up a different, more pragmatic front. Okay, interesting. Let's see your other cards here. And I get the feeling that you're usually somebody who is very naive and sweet and empathic and very almost a bit too sweet. Okay, but it's like I've learned so many lessons through my relationships in the recent past, and now I am putting myself first. I am being compassionate towards myself. I am doing what is in my best interest. Okay, not in a selfish manner, but out of self-love is what I'm getting. Okay, so definitely love here for many of you. So we've got the fairy who was kissed by the pixies, and this is like new love. What does first time love feel like? That's the feeling. Very much resonant with the Page of Cups energy. So wow, it looks like love is in the air for you, and yet you're adopting a very practical, no nonsensical kind of side. Okay, it's like, yeah, I have feelings, but let's talk business first. And by business I mean like, where are we going with this, that kind of a thing. Interesting. You've got fork in the road. Okay, happy number 26. Got attachment, number 5. Balance, spirituality and practicality. A full moon in Pisces. I feel like you're doing that already. What you're doing is balancing not just spirituality, but your giving, kind, nurturing, empathic side with this practical side that you're bringing out. Okay, for your self-protection and to keep your interests in mind and to prioritize yourself. And perhaps you've also had some challenges in the past with relationships, and so even though you're feeling all of these butterflies in your stomach, you're not showing that externally that much, okay? Or it could be that on the one hand, you're dealing with people who are more in the business and, administrative side of life. It could be work related. And on the other hand, there's also new love which is approaching you. So multiple things can happen in a week, of course. So there's definitely something that's making you really, really happy. It's like, wow, I'm feeling this sensation of almost, being in love for the first time again. So congratulations for that. You've got fork in the road and attachment here. There is something that you have come at a crossroads with, okay? And this has to do a lot with, I feel, your persona, okay? And the way you've been in the past. You've changed a lot as a person, I feel. And you've got number 13 here, which relates to the death card in tarot. You have changed a lot, and it's like you're ready to release now all attachments to this old self that kept you limited, that kept you maybe frozen in the past, that kept you from being your authentic self, okay? And you're ready to take off that mask and throw it away and unchain yourself. Detach yourself. That's the energy of the King of Swords as well. Detach yourself from drama, from people who are not authentic, people who are not reliable, situations that don't serve you, even your own attitudes and behaviors that keep you stuck perhaps to a limited way of being and a disempowering way of being, okay? So you're releasing a lot, and I feel like you're ready to walk a new path towards your happiness. And a big part of that could be this new relationship that many of you are entering, I feel. Lastly, we have Ocean, Ebb and Flow. So it's funny how these cards come out together very often, because they both have this Piscean energy of ebb and flow, going with the flow, not being rigid, okay, not being tied down or too attached to anything, okay, whether that is an old sense of self or an old situation or a pattern of behavior or thoughts that keep you limited, okay, or even people, okay, that keep you stuck in the past somehow. You're ready to release that. You're ready to let go of that and sort of flow in this new direction, okay? All right, let's get some love and relationship. Okay, I'm not really surprised to see that. These are nice cards. I like them. Let's get one more. Okay. We've got relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. And with that attachment card, there you definitely are taking a deeper look at certain patterns in your relationships, in your life in general, which have been detrimental to your growth, okay? And that's like 50% of your work done there itself, just acknowledging those patterns, okay? Because then they lose that sense of power over you. Get to know each other, learn to meet another's need for love. This is such a sweet card. Let's focus on this. So yeah, it looks like you're coming across somebody who's sparking your interest, okay? And I'm also getting a message here. Don't approach this new relationship with the baggage and the expectations of the past. You know, it could be a completely new person who's actually very reliable and trustworthy. So you maybe you feel like you can't trust this person initially, but remember that is part of your old conditioning and pattern, and it doesn't have to be true for this new person, okay? Appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. So those are your messages, group 2. Really nice, interesting reading. I'm wishing you all the very best. Do take care of yourself. I'm sending you much love and many blessings. And have a wonderful week ahead. Bye-bye. Hi, group 3. For those of you who've chosen this pile here, I'm hearing humbug. Okay, humbug. And humility. Don't be too humble, okay, is kind of the message that I'm getting here. Yeah. Almost to the extent of, playing it small, like not like undervaluing yourself is kind of what I'm getting, okay? I feel like you're you're realistic and you try to keep your pride in check to the extent where you don't, how do I put this? And I've also done this, or I still do it, honestly. You're not probably good at taking compliments, and your guides are saying, yeah, humility is good, but then don't overdo it and give yourself the credit wherever you need to, okay? Don't adopt that humbug energy, okay? Let's see what's happening in terms of your cards. You've got mountain, tower, fish. Ooh, nice. So it could be some money from the past, or money, it could be a bank, okay? You could have some issues actually with a bank if a bank owes you money, or you are to receive some payment, okay, from. There are 2 messages here that I'm getting, actually 3, but we'll get to that. This could be money coming in from an institution abroad, okay, like foreign currency kind of a thing, okay. The other thing that I'm getting here is that if that is not the case, and there was some money that was owed to you, it was stuck, okay. If it was stuck, then it's going to be released now, okay. Maybe some payment was delayed, maybe your bank was holding on to some check or whatever, and now you're getting the payment for that. And the third message that, and if that is not the case, if it wasn't stuck, then it could be that there are some delays when it comes to, encashing a check, or getting that release of money from an organization or an institution, most likely a bank. For others of you, this could be your dealings with an organization which is abroad, and it's a good sign, okay? Things are going well is what I'm getting, okay? And for where this has nothing to do with money, I feel like you are finding a sense of release, okay? You may have felt quite blocked, maybe creatively, or quite aloof, and things were feeling stuck. Now there's a sense of release happening, okay? Nice. And for some reason you got 4 tarot cards, so we'll take them. King of Wands, the Fool, okay, we have Strength and the Star. What a beautiful spread, okay, lucky you. I should have chosen this pile. Alright, so you've got 2, in fact 3 major arcana here, so this is a really important week for you, where there are some developments taking place that could affect your life for a long time to come, okay. Now this is just possibility. Tarot just gives you possibilities. Whether you act on it or not is completely up to you. How you interact with that energy is again up to you, okay. I feel like there are opportunities coming your way which are divinely guided. This is like a fated kind of an opportunity. It might be something that requires you to be bold, be courageous, and step out of your comfort zone, and maybe adopt a kind of a persona, I would say, or not really adopt, like just uncover a layer and not be too humble, is what I was getting, right? Bring out your inner king of wands, somebody who's courageous and bold, not afraid to shine, okay, not afraid to be in the spotlight. And it might be something that scares the shit out of you, okay, but you can do this. This is a huge yes from the universe. If there's something that you wanted to take a risk on, jump at, initiate, maybe you want to start your own business, even that looks good, okay, especially if it is online or you're dealing with clients, let's say from abroad, it looks good. But you may be just needing to step into your power more, okay, adopt this fierce Leo like energy, and don't be shy, don't be humbug, and don't be too humble, okay, for your own good. Sometimes we can be that way, especially if we are not used to this kind of energy, okay, this fiery, bold, courageous energy. We might find ourselves like playing it too small very often and just going along with what everybody is doing or what everybody is saying, and trying to sort of dim our light, to fit in. This is not the time for you to do that, because my ear is ringing, sorry. And there's definitely something that is linked into your purpose, okay, something that you're meant to do. This could be an opportunity for many of you, and it feels so important. It's like the timing is right, the stars are aligning for you. You just need to take that first step forward and be bold, okay. For those of you where this is in relation to a connection, it could be definitely somebody new coming into your life, and it could feel quite fated, okay, like out of the blue, this person approaches you or something, and you might feel a bit afraid to accept this, this person's entry into your life. Just hold on to your faith, okay, is what I want to say, all right, because it's happening pretty much aligned, I feel, to your astrology as well. Like there's a sense, there's something about timing here which is really important. Let's see your other cards. You've got, oh, that's no. Yeah, so this is a time for you to step out of your comfort zone and eliminate habits, thought patterns, behaviors that are old, stale, and done with, and you need to step into something new. Break the pattern, okay? And out of that, you're going to find also some creative inspiration to do something, to be somewhere, to go somewhere, or to put yourself out there in some way. You may be somebody who's quite used to like being aloof, being very introvertish kind of energy, and this might feel like a big challenge to you, but that is exactly the pattern which your guides are suggesting you to break right now, okay? Soulmates, number 41. We've got chaos and conflict. So both of these cards actually suggest chaos, but this is a good kind of chaos, out of which something that is authentic emerges. So you can see here that this is actually a zebra which was parading along, pretending to be a giraffe, and that is false, that's inauthentic, okay? It's time to break free from that pattern, okay? And it might be chaotic, it might bring up some inner challenges, right? Your ego might be fighting against it, or even people around you may be a bit surprised, like what's happened to this person. But that's okay, because there is something really authentic, very much aligned to your higher self, which is emerging now for you, okay? And this has a lot to do with the way you are as a person, and there's a side to you perhaps that people haven't seen so far. Soulmates, okay. Let's see other cards. A personal issue reaches resolution. Okay. We've got Angel of Balance. Okay. So when it comes to relationships, especially, with your soul family, blood family, there has been something brewing, okay? There may have been some conflict in the recent past, and you've had like a lot of issues specifically with one person perhaps, or several, but for many of you it's one person, I feel. Could be an Aquarius, or it could be a fire sign as well, Aries, Leo, Sag, but doesn't have to be. But I feel like things are going to resolve between y'all, okay? There may be a bit of a like skirmish, something happens, maybe you say something and it explodes into something unexpectedly fiery, okay, and chaotic. But out of that, I feel like a resolution and balance comes in. So there's a restoration of balance after that sense of conflict or chaos, okay, and could definitely have to do with either a romantic partnership or a relative, a family member, but somebody from your soul connection, okay. There is love here, but then there has been imbalance, and now there's a restoration of balance taking place, okay. And lastly, we have Cave Sanctuary, okay. So this is, oh my god, this is exactly what I was talking about. Like, you're a really creative person, but you're used to hiding in your little cave, in your little sanctuary, and taking refuge there, and nothing wrong with it. I do it myself, okay. I completely understand what that's like, but I get the feeling that there's a need for balance here between being aloof, being a standalone kind of person, and turning towards people who are there for your support and for, for encouraging you perhaps, okay. Yeah, so there's a need, I feel, there for balance between these two energies, but there's definitely something quite creative that you're doing, and for which you do probably need some alone time. Do that, but then, yeah, remember to strike a balance as well. Let's see your love and relationship oriented messages. Group number 3. Okay. Getting to know each other. This came up for a different group as well. Learn to meet another's need for love. So this is perhaps, where that balance comes in. Meeting each other halfway. We've got practice compassion. This one also came out earlier. We've got see things from a fresh perspective. And let's get one more. Group number 3. What do they need to know? Love and relationships for the next, okay. Back to what you love, re-evaluate your desires, okay. You've got demonstrate love, find out what is important to those you love and act on it. Okay, so I do feel like there's a sense of surprise here, like something happens out of the blue. It could also be that, you've been hoping and wishing for some opportunity that allows you to travel, to see the world, to explore, to go on an adventure. I feel like that is coming, and that is like a wish come true for you, okay. So in terms of relationships and love, especially, I feel like there's something happening here out of the blue, which actually it's a good thing, because even though it may feel chaotic in the moment, it clears the air and restores balance and harmony, I feel, in the connections. Okay. Lots of Cancer vibes here, so you could also be a Cancer yourself. Okay. Those are your messages, group number 3. I hope this helps, and I hope it brought you some insight. I'm wishing you many blessings. Have a lovely week ahead. Do take care of yourself, and I'll see you again later. Bye bye.